Hi everyone and welcome to Magic Maree. This is my first live without Elisa, so thanks guys for turning up. It's so lovely to see you. Jasper says a big hello as well. We've got Super, we've got Dennis. Hi Dennis, Andromedan, Zandy's on here. So let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if everything's going okay, because it is the first time I've tried this out. So so today we're just going to do some more work with our dreams. So what I thought I'd do first though is I actually have already been tuning in and I've pulled a card for everyone that watches this video. So whether you're watching it now live or whether you actually watch it later on, it doesn't matter. You'll still get the energy from this card. It's one of my beautiful animal magic cards. So I'm going to talk about that, but so what I might do is talk about the card, then I might do a really quick meditation just to get us all in our beautiful heart space, and maybe just go through a few affirmations that we can use at night before we go to sleep so that we can actually remember our dreams a bit better. And then I'd love it if you put your questions up around any dreams you've had. We can talk about why we have dreams, how they happen, some of the strange things that can go on at nighttime when we're sleeping. So the first thing I'll do is I'll talk about the card. So, Phoenix card. So a lot of you have probably heard of the Phoenix and know that it's actually incredibly powerful energy. So I love it when this card comes up because it means to me something's going to be finished, something's going to be completed, and it's like you can then move on into the next step or next phase of your life. So Phoenix is really powerful. To have come up this morning, I thought was absolutely awesome. So it's actually bringing in frequencies from the great central sun. And if you're needing, sometimes our etheric body needs an upgrade. So our energy can be actually literally that upgraded by this frequency coming through. And it affects our stellar gateway, which is just above our soul star chakra, and also our, where are we? It's our earth star chakra. So what it's doing is allowing this frequency to be brought in and integrated. So if you've had something going on, if you've had a situation in your life, or you've just been feeling like you've been stuck or not going anywhere, be really grateful, because this Phoenix energy, this magic of this card will actually come through. And when I was looking at the card and studying it, I really noticed that the heart was standing out. So go into your heart. If you're feeling a little bit off or not right, go into your heart and allow this energy to come through for you. The other thing that stood out for me was the crystals, and these change depending on the energy that's needed. What I noticed was it looked like citrine. Now, citrine is a really beautiful, it's protective, but it actually brings in abundance, and it helps with shifts. So the citrine crystal, it was really standing out. It can often look black. These crystals can sometimes look black. So there's our Phoenix energy. So you can call on the Phoenix to help you to shift through any situation that's going on. So what I thought we'd do first is, if we just want to do a little couple of minutes in a meditation, I'll be running some energy for you just to get us balanced and centered. So just sit comfortably, feet on the ground, let yourself relax, close your eyes, take a big breath in, and as you breathe out, let yourself drop into your body. Next breath in. And on that breath out, take your awareness into that beautiful big heart of yours. And we're going to see, sense, or feel white light beginning to expand and grow through the heart, releasing any pain, anything that's blocking you from love. And now allow this white light to expand and move through your whole being, into every aspect of your body, out into your energy field. And the white light can clear that etheric energy field, cutting any cords, getting rid of any dross that's going on, bringing you into a state of balance. And once you come into that place of balance, have the intention of being connected into your great I am, into your higher self, your divine being. And in your mind's eye, just say these beautiful words: I am love. And feel that. I am peace. I am abundance. I am safe. And before you go to sleep, say, I am receptive to remembering my dreams when I wake up. And this just really gently bringing back that sense of peace with you. Come back into the here and now, just gently wiggling your toes, taking a breath, and opening your eyes. So that's something I'll often do before I go to sleep because I love remembering my dreams. They're really important. And it was interesting, I was talking with a good friend of mine, and she's an Ayurvedic specialist, and she helps people that are going through burnout, literally, in their jobs or in their life. And she was reading a scientific article, and it was saying that people that have dementia, what they've noticed is that they can't remember dreaming. They haven't dreamt for a very long time. And so they're attributing that to an aspect of dementia. Now, we know there's lots of other physical things as well that can create that. But I thought that was fascinating because dreams are obviously really, really important to us from a subconscious point of view. Because when we're dreaming, it's usually when we're in rapid eye movement sleep or REM sleep. That's why it can be hard to remember them. But what happens is the amygdala, I never can say that properly, that part of our brain is when it is most highlighted and activated. So that's quite close to the fight and flight center. So our pons, our central brain actually releases a substance that helps our whole muscles relax so we don't go into fight and flight when we're dreaming. And we know dreams can be really powerful and very active sometimes. So we don't actually go into that reactive phase physically. So that allows us to then process through whatever it is emotionally. Maybe there's a subconscious fear or block that we need to release, something that's going on in our world that we can then release through our dreams. So I'm loving it. Look at all these questions there. So I'll go through those in a moment. Thanks, guys. Keep putting them up, and I'll be going through them, and I'm going to use the tarot cards as well with those. So the other thing, of course, with dreams is I use a dream book. I've loved this book for years. I've always remembered my dreams since I was a kid. Some of you might have heard me talk about this one, which is the Dream Book by Betty Bethards. She actually channeled through all of these archetypes or meanings for what we go through in dreams. So what's an archetype? So you can have a universal archetype or a personal archetype. An archetype is simply a symbology or a symbol that represents whether it's an emotion, whether it's a physical aspect in our dream, in our world. For example, water, that is known as an aspect of our emotions. So if we're having a dream with a lot of water in it, you need to look at that and see is the water rough, is it smooth, is it massive waves, to give us an idea of what subconsciously we're going through at an emotional level. So another one can be cars. Sometimes a car represents our life and what's going on. So if someone else is driving, why aren't you in control of your life? What's going on? What is subconsciously stopping us from actually driving our life? Personal ones. Now, I know if my good friend Zan that's on here, she has her personal guides. If she's having a new guide come through, she'll dream of famous people. So we all have our own personal archetypes. In Australia, we have these windmills. You probably have them everywhere else as well, but there's a lot of windmills for water. And that can also be another archetype for emotions. So everyone has their own personal archetypes. So okay, so the other things we're going to talk about is sleep paralysis. I don't know if any of you have had that happen. You can put that in the chat because that's a really scary one when we have dreams. Some are prophetic. So some of our dreams, they can actually give us an idea of what might be happening, and it can be global. Some people have global prophetic dreams, whether there's earthquakes coming, something happening big politically. Then we can have our own personal ones, and we can maybe tap into what's going on for someone else or what we need to do to clear a situation that might be coming up. So they're quite handy ones to have. So, but most of the time I find a lot of mine are releasing dreams, something that I'm not aware of in my waking consciousness state. So it comes through the subconscious while we're sleeping. So I'm actually going to ask Jasper if he can give us a cosmic view of us when we're dreaming. So I'm going to tune into Jasper. And you guys, you know, you can tune into Jasper as well. He loves people. He loves you tuning in. He's an aspect through our higher self, going right up through into the cosmos. So I'm going to get Jasper to now tune in and just give us an idea of how higher frequencies or how higher beings actually see us as we're dreaming. He's showing me already, because when we dream, he's reminding me there's a silver cord that goes from our umbilical, from our belly button, literally, through into our astral body. So we can actually astral travel as well. And he's showing me this, and he's showing me the whole earth from that point of view. So we can travel anywhere. Now he's taking me interdimensionally. So we can also travel interdimensionally into other realms while we're still connected to our body while we're sleeping. Wow. So I'm seeing lots of light. He's showing me we can go into Middle Earth. We can go anywhere we want to. That's why intentions. Thank you, Jasper, because he's actually reminding me of how we can utilize our dreams. So thanks, Jasper. So we can have an intention before we go to sleep. If there's somewhere you've always liked to visit, or if you feel you want to really connect in with your cosmic soul family, you can have that intention. I know when I first started astral traveling, I read about it, I learned about it, and then I started to do it. And within 2 nights, I was consciously astral traveling. So I was visiting back to where I used to live. I would go to London. I could go anywhere, and I could feel everything. It's tangible. Then I remember one night I was flying and I was coming back in. I just moved to Sydney, and I was going, oh, I can't remember where I live. I've just moved here. What am I going to do? And the next minute I woke up in my body. So you don't have to be worried about not coming back. Okay. Just have that intention. So that was pretty fun. Okay. So let's have a little look and just see what some of the questions have been around other people's dreams. Let me see. So Dennis is saying he's like a bad dream. Dennis, you're just too gorgeous. Oh, and Andromedan, yeah. So look, it's been a long time without Elisa. Definitely, we miss her, but she's having a fabulous time apparently on her trip to Mount Shasta. So we will get back to doing our duos and our trios, sorry, with Jasper as well. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so the Andromedan. Let me just put this up. So what do I do in my dreams? Why am I always switching with my other body? Okay, so all right, and John, I'm going to tune in, but just before I tune in to what your dream's about, your other body. So I'm not quite sure what you mean by other body, but it's always an aspect of us. I find that probably 90% of my dreams I have, it's being reflected to me. Whatever I'm seeing, whatever I'm experiencing is actually reflecting to me what's going on. So it's an internal process. It's like a mirror for me. So if you're switching with your other body, can you just give me a little bit more information about what you mean with your other body? Is it a body that's on Earth? Is it a body that you feel is maybe in a pod somewhere that you have come down for an experience from? So give me a little bit more information on that one, Andromedan. Let me just see if he's okay. So, but if you're switching out, so if you're switching with another body, so let's say you're dreaming and there's 2 of you and you know they're both you. What aspect is within the other body that you don't see within yourself? That's the first place I'd go to. So I'd look at, if you're body switching, I'd look at what do you see in that other body? So have they got a skill, or have they got a gift, or have they got a mannerism or a way of being that you don't see within yourself here in this particular body? So body A and body B. So Andromedan, well, I found out that my body is sleeping there in cryo sleep. Yeah, and I was picking up on that. That's why I said, is it where you're seeing yourself in a pod? So tune into that more. I'm going to pull some cards for you, but what I'm feeling is that you may be being made more aware of the different aspects of you, because we're multidimensional. Like, there's so many of our higher self, as I always see it, or our soul star chakra is almost like a train station. So there's so many aspects of us that are multidimensional. We're live in a multiverse, as we know from all the movies they've been putting out recently about multiverses. So maybe your higher self is actually helping you to awaken to where you're a part of you, an aspect of you. So that's really interesting. So let's have a little look and see what the cards, if they give us a bit more of a hint, Andromeda. But that's my feeling when I tune in, is that you're being woken up a little bit more as to who you are and what your gifts and talents and capabilities actually are. So let's have a look with our cards. And I always have an intention and tune in to the person or the situation when I actually pull these cards for people. So it's that one's coming up first. Interesting. The first one up is our Three of Pentacles. So I'm going to get two more for you, and we'll have a look and see. Oh, this is interesting. This is so cool. It's the Lovers. So Andromeda, and you've definitely connecting in with another aspect of yourself for that Lovers card to come up. Beautiful. Two of Swords. So now, to me, the Three of Pentacles is always about a contract. So it's about making up a plan, deciding about something in our reality. And you can see they're discussing that there's an actual contract in the hands. So I feel this was a soul contract that you've actually had with yourself to become more awakened as to who you truly are. And that's just been confirmed with the Lovers card, because there's the two aspects there with the massive angel above it. So I feel your higher self is orchestrating this for you. So I'd be taking a lot of notice of those dreams. Now, then we've got our Two of Swords. So this is a decision needs to be made. Sometimes it can be, see how she's blindfolded? She's not able to see what's going on, or not sure, or a little bit, what's going on here. So it's making a decision to fully actually embrace this and be receptive to what you're getting. Ask for more clarity. So sometimes too, if like in your situation, Andromeda, and you're switching out, if you don't feel you're getting enough information through the dreams, or you can't quite remember it well enough, meditate. So sometimes, because Zandy and I, she's my dream buddy, we ring each other first thing in the morning if we've had a dream and we want to talk about it. And what we can do is actually, if you're not quite getting it, do a meditation and ask for more clarity when you're in that meditative state. So yeah, thanks Andromedan for sharing that. So let's see what other ones we've got here. Falling, Tracy. Hello, Tracy. What does falling in your dreams mean? Yeah, that's pretty scary. I think we've probably all had a dream about falling in our dreams. So, Trace, how I see it is sometimes we're actually coming back into our body from our astral traveling or from our interdimensional traveling. And it's like it's a bit of a rough landing, so we can actually fall. Some people say that if you hit the ground, it means that you're leaving your body. Now, I don't know about that. We can pull some cards on that as well. And sometimes the falling dream can also be that we've got something going on in our life that might be scaring us, or it might be we might feel like we're dropping or we're being dropped. But usually, because I've had this, is when we're coming back in and we're woken suddenly or something's happened. But sometimes it can be around fear as well. So I don't know what your thoughts are on that, Tracy. But let's have a look at the cards and see if we can get a little bit more clarification. Scary. It's like when your teeth fall out too. A lot of people say their teeth, I've had my teeth crumbling out of my mouth. That's definitely fear around something, not being able to get your teeth into a situation, and fear coming through. But the falling dream, let's just see what's coming up with that. Okay, so this one wants to come out. Okay, so this is interesting because the Four of Pentacles has come up. Now, to me, I always see this as a very solid foundation. So if your etheric body through that silver cord is coming back into your physical body, it means it's coming back into a foundation. Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is always around movement and shifting and changing. So again, this is actually confirming that maybe the majority of the time when you're falling, it can be that you're coming back into your body. So that sort of makes sense, doesn't it? Okay, so 5 of Pentacles. So remember how I said sometimes if we're woken suddenly or something's going on, the 5 of Pentacles is a situation that's gone on and it's not ideal, it's not the perfect situation, but there will be resolution. So that falling is that resolution of coming back into your body. So thank you. That's a great question. So who else have we got on here now? Yep. Trixie. Hi, Trixie. Okay, so where are we up to? Parallel universes. Oh, Zandy. Let's have a look at this one. So, Zan, if you've had any dreams around a parallel universe, do you want to pop it in there? I have to admit, Zan is actually my dream buddy. And guys, I would really recommend that you do get a dream buddy because it makes you remember them. It makes you actually take more notice of your dreams when you can share it with someone. So if you've got a friend that just gets bored stupid when you talk about dreams, they're not going to be a great dream buddy. You need someone that's really gets excited and passionate and wants to use it as a tool, as a way of learning more about yourself and what's going on. So Zandy's great. So we, like I said, we'll ring each other, like we'll text and go, "Are you awake?" when we've had a great dream, and then we'll talk it through. It's so good. It's so helpful. So parallel universes. Yeah. My understanding is there are multiple parallel universes, and deja vu is when we're almost crossing through from one parallel universe to another. When I do when I go through or take people through a past life, I always call it other lifetimes now. Regression, or to have a look see because something's sort of going on in this world that we need to look at, and it comes up that it's from another lifetime. I've actually realize that those lifetimes are going on now. So we're so powerful on this earth. It's the most dense earth, but it's actually gives us the ability to change things through our energy and through our heart and through our intention. So with a parallel universe, we can actually help shift and change things that are going on there and raise the frequency of it. And that's definitely happened. I remember I was just had this grief for no reason. It was years ago. And then a friend helped me go through into an alternate life. And it was way back, way back. And this woman had lost her husband, that she didn't know if he'd died or not. He'd gone off to get supplies and never came back. And so she was actually in a church. And I remember I came next to her and I dropped a feather. And I knew that's all she needed to know that, yes, he's gone, but he's loved and looked after. And I even get emotional now when I tune into that, because I knew I was helping an aspect of myself in another lifetime from a parallel universe. So what was the latest movie? Was it the Doctor Strange movie where they were just talked about omniverses and parallel universes? So that was a really good movie to watch. So yeah, parallel universes, to me, they exist and we can work with them when we are in a meditative type state or with an intention. So let's have a little look in the cards and see what we get with that. So Zan, you've also said about seeing other planets and experiencing something with people, but it's similar to here. Yeah, definitely. And is it just another timeline? I mean, there's so much fun, interesting stuff that we could go into. I could do a whole show literally on parallel universes. So let's have a look and see what the cards say. Wow. First card up is King of Pentacles. So remember, this is a master creator. This is someone that's very, very smart. It's got the scepters really standing out. So to me, that's a tool for creation. So yeah, I feel there's been many creations because we're all masters as well, remember. Four of Cups. Now, this one's interesting because this is someone being offered a gift. Cups are emotional. So it's someone being offered a gift. They've already got 3 cups in front of them. So whether we decide to work with these parallel universes and actually help ourselves, help our oversoul, help others, we can do. But a lot of people don't. They just focus on what's in front of them, which is fine. But once you know about it, it just gets too intriguing to leave it alone. Wow, King of Wands. We've got 2 kings in this pull on these parallel universes. The King of Wands, the Master of Spirituality. So I'm getting the hit to actually tune into this one. So the gold is really standing out. Now, gold is Christ consciousness and it's manifesting. So to me, this is manifesting. So between that King of Pentacles and the King of Wands, there's a lot of manifesting going on there. So parallel universes, I would say, have been manifested. It's our choice as to whether we take that up or not. So they're great cards to get. Thanks, Sam. That is such a good question. So, okay, where are we up to? Can you explain about dream buddies? Oh, yes. Oh, Dennis, you're hilarious. I don't have to. Oh, you are so funny. Okay, so super. Thank you for this question. Dream buddies. I guess I was just blessed because Zandy and I happened to work together, and we happened to realize that we were both quite intuitive, and we really connected. And I know we've had many other lifetimes together. And we started. I mean, I'd been dream analyzing for since I was a child. I just used to go to school and tell all my friends about my dreams, and they couldn't wait to hear them. So I already had started to do that naturally as a child. So yeah, so a dream buddy is pick someone that you can actually relate to. Like I said, someone that's going to be excited when you talk about your dreams, and have the intention of saying, let's be dream buddies. So commit to it. So number one, do that little meditation or do a meditation before you go to sleep. That's going to help you to remember your dreams. Now, sometimes our dreams can be interrupted if we're taking certain drugs, or if we've had a lot of alcohol and we're sort of pretty unconscious and we're not going to remember it, or, or if we're extremely stressed, we may not remember dreams. So getting yourself into that really beautiful balanced state before you go to sleep, that would be my first commitment to myself and my dream buddy. And then make sure you've got something to write down. If I just write down one word, sometimes I can remember the whole dream. Probably about 3 nights ago, I was having this incredible dream, and I knew I'd remember one aspect of it. The rest of it was a lot more complicated. And I went, oh, I should just write that down. And I didn't. I went back to sleep. Guess what? I forgot about the whole complexity of the dream. So commit to writing it down. And I think, as Elisa said once before, keep it in your bed next to you, under your pillow, something like that. So you're not sort of trying to find it in the dark next to your bed when you do happen to wake up and have a dream. I can sometimes just write down 2 or 3 words. So with your dream buddy, what you can do is you can say to them, let's pretend it's a movie. Let's say there's a movie and we're going to give it a title. So what would you title your dream? Number 1, what's the movie? Number 2, what colors and numbers are in the dream? Because then you can look it up, you can research it through DuckDuckGo or whatever. But I love this book because I've got to know it really well. This has all the numbers, colors, everything like that in it. So remember your colors. Some people have talked about black and white dreams, which is amazing because I've never had one. But yeah, and talk about who's the main character and what was the feeling, what was the emotion from the dream. So if you can then, as soon as you wake up, you can start to train yourself by writing that down. Okay, so as I said, then find someone that you get on with well, that you know is really in tune, that maybe has the same philosophies as you, and ask if they'll be your dream buddy. Even in the group here, I mean, so many of you guys are really you're really onto it. You're really awake. You're really like-minded. Why don't you guys get together? I mean, we could start a little dream group. That would be fun. But yeah, definitely get one person at least that you can connect with and commit to doing that. So, okay, thanks for the question, Super. Now let's just have so the Andromedan, another question. What do the astral planes? Okay, great question. What do the astral planes look like? So now some of you have probably astral traveled without even knowing it. What I found is that when I'm astral traveling, I can feel it. Now, there's a lower frequency astral. It took me a couple of years to get through that one. So now when I go to sleep, I'm virtually not bothered at all by the astral plane. I was finding that I was getting scary faces. I was getting like telephone conversations coming through as I was going to sleep. Didn't know who they were, didn't know what they were. So I was tapping into the astral plane. I'm talking probably 20 years ago. And it was because our density was a lot lower. It was a lot harsher here, frequency-wise, than it is now. And I would have to go through that astral plane before I then went into the higher realms. So once I could astral travel properly, I found that I could actually see, sense, and feel physically, consciously as I was traveling. So your astral planes can be, what I'm remembering was it felt like I was in the cosmos, but there was other beings and entities in there. And and then you could, but I go above that now and travel above that. So that to me is what the astral plane sort of looks like. It's different to each person depending on where your frequency's at. the higher the frequency is when you go to sleep, the less you'll be impacted by lower densities and frequencies in your dreams. Okay, so that's another good thing to know as well. Okay, so what else have we got here? Like the cryosleeping. Yeah, so Sandy was talking about cryosleeping as well. Andromeda. Okay, so Andromeda, can higher self sleep? I'm going to tune into Jazzy for this one, but straight away I got no, doesn't need to. so Jasper, he's just absolutely repeated, no, doesn't need to. So our sleep is for, as a human, we need to rejuvenate, we need to regenerate, we need to clear these emotional situations that are going on that we can't do consciously. It's like that rest and recuperation. And it allows us to be connected and in other realms. And I mean, how many of you wake up and feel like you've been hit by a Mack truck? I know sometimes when I'm doing a lot of work energetically at night, I'm off astral traveling or I'm off into other realms, working with other beings energetically. I can wake up feeling like, oh my God, I don't feel like I've had a sleep at all. So sometimes I'll even say to my higher self, I need a really good night's sleep. I know what I'm doing at night time is important. I need to rest. And it will happen. I'll have a few nights of just pure sleep, no dreams, nothing. Wake up, I'm refreshed. So be aware too, we're doing a lot of work at night. So our higher self, okay, I'm going to tell you a funny story. Jasper's just reminded me of this. My very good dream buddy, I was staying with her years ago, and where her house was, it was actually on an Aboriginal burial site. And there was a bit of a energy in it. There was snakes that would come through in her dreams, and there was snakes that would come in reality, and it always felt a little bit dark. So one night I was staying there, and we'd just been to go and see all these dolphins. It was incredible energy. And she said, Maree, did you get up in the middle of the night and make cups of tea? And I'm going, no, I just didn't move at all. She said, well, I heard you go into the lounge room. She said, then you went into the kitchen, but in the lounge room, it's like you were standing there, because she's quite intuitive and psychic. So she said, sort of in my mind's eye, I saw you standing there and you were creating this massive ball of light. She said, and you were speaking in this funny language. And I went, okay. She said, then this ball of light, once it got to a certain size, flew out of your hands and it went right around the house. And she said, it came into my bedroom. And she said, I wasn't scared because I knew it was you. She said, came in over me into the kitchen. She said, it's like it cleared the whole house. And she said, you were speaking this language. So I said to her, let's have a look. We'll look up and see if we can find the language. And I knew straight away it was language of light. And so we looked it up, and sure enough, she said, that's it. And I went, yeah, that's called language of light. So my higher self was actually doing work at night in the location I was in, helping to clear the energy, I guess, that had been there from this almost the sacrilege of the buildings that were going on this Aboriginal land. And I think it did make a difference. So my higher self is definitely active at night. It's busy. People always ask me, did you get up and make cups of tea if I stay at their house? Because they hear my higher self doing stuff. So no, I don't think the higher self needs to sleep. Great question. Okay, so so Dennis has just said there are places that I've been that you can't see, only feel, but they're just as real as here. Absolutely. And sometimes too, if our gift is clairsentience or that means that we can feel and know, but we don't necessarily see it. Absolutely. Yeah, that's really important to know as well. Just because we can't see something doesn't make it not real or not truthful. So, oh my God. Yeah, Zandy, this is my buddy, my dream buddy. Zandy's snake dreams. Yeah, Zandy has massive snake dreams. And so, Zandy, when you have these, you know now, because we had to make friends with the snakes because Zandy was very scared of snakes. So we went in and looked at the deeper aspect of it. Now, snakes mean usually it's a big energy shift, like it's indicative of a kundalini rising, which means we're going through an initiation, we're raising our frequency, and it goes through the central nervous system, but up through the chakras. Now, when I've had that sort of thing happening, the snake tends to come out my third eye, so I know I'm being activated through my pineal gland. And Zandy's snake dreams, they talk to you, don't they, Zandy? so she actually gets messages from them. They're still a bit freaky, but they're very powerful, and you pay attention when you get those. I'm going to pull some cards for you on your snake dreams. So if anyone has snake dreams, just know it's a very important message. It's usually, like I said, this big energy shift coming in for you. So let's just have a look and see what the cards say about snake dreams. Okay, so this one wants to come out. Yep, that one. Oh, sorry for laughing, Sandy. The Nine of Swords has come up. Now, this is a worry card. So means fear and worry, which is exactly what I know happens sometimes for Zandy when she has those snake dreams. You always ask your guides to give you it in a different way, but it's always so powerful. So if you do have a snake dream and you go into fear, it's okay. You don't have to. Let's have a look and see what the next one up for us is. The Fool. Oh my God, this is perfect. The Fool. Remember our Fool card. It's all about new beginnings. It's stepping off a cliff. And as I said, this is such a big frequency shift and Kundalini awakening that it can take us into a whole new aspect of life. It can take us somewhere where we didn't expect we could go. So snake dreams are really powerful. And the cards are really backing this up. So, okay, let me just have a look and see what the Ace of Swords. When that comes up to me, it's saying that, yes, what we're speaking is truth and you will actually get wisdom from it, because the Ace of Swords is one of the highest cards in the Swords deck. And so, yeah, it's like the crown on top. It's like you're really getting to know a little bit more about your higher self, about your possibilities and potential, and it's words and thoughts. So definitely powerful, those snake dreams. That's awesome. So, oh, Andromedan. Okay, love this one. In my dreams, I breathed in space. How cool would that have felt? Yeah, I've done the same. And I've also done that when I've been in a very deep meditation through a gridding. And it's almost like it doesn't matter. You're part of space. Is that how you felt, Andromedan? Is it like you felt part of that universe, part of that cosmos? Because I know that's how I feel. It's like, oh, this is like home. This is okay. So yeah, breathing in space, that's pretty cool. The other thing is breathing underwater. How many of you have had dreams where you've actually breathed underwater? I've had a dream that I was a mermaid and that I could breathe underwater, could go into caves, I could do all sorts of things. So being able to breathe or survive in a place where we're told we can't, to me, it's superseding physicality, and it's definitely going into another realm. So if you're in space, to me, that would be the cosmos. So you're really going back to core, back to God, back to the universe, and that's where we come from. That's actually we're stardust, kids. we're light. So let's have a little look. Yeah. So the card that's come up, I'm going to pull a couple of cards on this. The Six of Pentacles. So this is offering someone a gift in a reality. So you are being offered a gift in the cosmos around this. The Empress, beautiful card to have come up with this. So this, as I was talking about, this is where we're created from. The Empress is the feminine principle of creation, of beauty, love, wonder. That's us. This is where we were created from, was in that beautiful universe, in that 0 point beyond. And then the third card that's come up is Judgment. So judgment is awakening too. So it's awakening, and look at the angel with that beautiful trumpet. So it's awakening to our true selves, who we truly are, where we truly come from, and how powerful we are. So I love that. That's great. Thank you. I forget about all the different things that happen. That's why I need you guys to remind me. So Sandy has just said, I asked the angels to stop giving me snake dreams. I know, but they're so powerful. There's an energy that comes with that snake. So yeah, and this is so true. What Dennis has just said is, not all bad dreams are bad. It can be a way to teach ourselves. And sometimes when we're conscious, it's too scary to go into deep places, to go into our wounds and our traumas. So if we can do it through our dreams, we can release it then, and then it's not so scary when we think about a situation or something's come up that we haven't looked at really ever. It's been suppressed. So I absolutely agree with that, Dennis. It's a very safe space to do a lot of deep emotional work. And we can even change our DNA in our dreams if we have that intention. So I love it. So, okay, let's have a look at Trixie's dream. I've had several dreams in the past couple of years of having intense arguments with my mum. I have a good relationship with mum, though. Any help? Yeah, thanks, Trixie, for sharing that. As I said earlier, I always see 90% of dreams are a reflection of what's going on within myself. So if I was having an argument with my mum, say in a dream, then what aspect of me am I having issues with, or am I not collaborating with, or am I finding there's some um, a little bit of dissension? Is it the mothering aspect of you? Are you mothering yourself enough? Are you actually allowing yourself to be looked after? Um, are you nurturing yourself? Um, what is it you're arguing about? So that's what I would be doing when I analyze my dream, is what was the argument about? Was it something specific? Or is it more just your deep subconscious trying to get you to nurture yourself a little bit more and be more in harmony with that beautiful mothering aspect within you? Because we all have that, male, female. We all have an aspect of nurturing and caring within us. So I would actually, if it was me, I'll do some cards for you as well. If it was me, I would do a little meditation on that and tune in and just see what comes through as more revelation around what the argument was about. So it's just could be something that you might need to nurture yourself more, be kinder to you. You're probably a very beautiful person that gives a lot to others. Sometimes we've got to like maybe stop over helping people as well. I know that was always my issue. I want to help everyone, and now it's like maybe they've got a lesson to learn. Maybe you need to back off here. So let's just have a look and see what our cards say for you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. First one that's come up, Trixie, is the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords for me is always around a strategy, what's going on, but it's also that something can have been stolen from you. So is it you stealing your own nurturing self? Is it you not giving yourself what you need? The Fool cards just come up, Trixie. So this is again stepping into new beginnings. Do you need to change how you're actually looking after yourself? Do you need to nurture yourself more? Do you need to do something different and new? Do you need to go and get a massage? Do you need to have time for you? All right, this one wants to come out as well. Yeah, Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands is the ending of something and the beginning of something new, and it's spiritual. So you can see he's gathered up all of his wands and he's finished with something and he's starting something new. So I would say that's what's coming through in that dream for you, is to change up how you're maybe being with yourself and really nurture yourself in different ways. So thank you. Okay, I have dreams in S. Okay, this is the Andromedan. Let's have a look. Yeah. I have dreams in SSP. Okay, got that one. Secret Space Program. So Andromedan, I guess, if you're having dreams of that, then more than likely you're actually probably doing something. Now, you don't necessarily have to be physically in something like a secret space program to do work. Like I said, we can actually do work on from an energetic level. So you can be sleeping or whatever and be going off and doing lots of energetic work in the cosmos anywhere. So, these two cards just jumped out for you. So let's have a look. Oh my goodness. So again, interestingly enough, it was that Seven of Swords, which is a strategy, or something that has been stolen. But I feel for you it's a strategy, because the Ace of Cups has come up, and the Ace of Cups is all about having really good emotions, really good feelings about something. So it seems to me like your soul has gone, yep, this is something I want to do while I'm on Earth. I want to be helpful in, with whatever's going on, that could help in space or whatever, military. So, and Page of Cups has come up. So this is someone offering you something. So when I look at Page of Cups, okay, I'm just getting the hit to tune into this. The fish that's really standing out in the cup is about wisdom. So I feel you've got a lot of wisdom or a lot of experience in these areas. So, but doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be doing it physically. It's something that has been offered to you, and it's emotionally fulfilling for your soul. So yeah, so thank you. But again, always you can drop into a meditation and ask for more information for yourself. But that's what's sort of coming up at the moment. So, okay, what else have we got here? Okay. So Andromeda's just saying sometimes I get dreams in the SSP, like I'm a taller person with black suit and have guns. Yeah. And this is the thing, because we're connecting into our oversoul, it's another aspect of us. I've seen myself, I've actually, when I've been meditating even, I've consciously tuned in, and I've seen myself as like on another planet as a little octopusy squid thing. But I knew my energy. I went, oh my God, that's me. And then I saw myself as a very highly evolved being that could offer me wisdom and help me here where I am here. So we can be all sorts of amazing, crazy things in other realms and other realities. So it's great that you're tapping into it. So, oh, so Trixie said, wow, right on. Started a new job and learning yoga. Fantastic. So you've really done a big shift by the sounds of it. So, okay, so let's just have another look and see if there's anyone else that's got any other dreams. Okay. But okay, Dennis, I might have missed one or two of yours. Oh, here we go. Um, okay, sorry. Some of them that are earlier, I don't pick up, so I'll go back up. So in 90% maybe of my dreams, I do just as I do here. I'm helping or teaching people, which is real, or are they both? Ah, well, sometimes I even think when we do things from a dream state, it can be even more powerful than what we do physically. I know that. So the fact that you're helping or teaching people, um, that's definitely powerful, because I've had dreams as well. I'm going to ask Jasper, but he's asking me to tune in to you, Dennis, to see. So I'm just going to tune in with Jasper. Wow. So what he's showing me is that when you're in your dream state, your energy is massive. It's like you're able to have a much higher frequency and experience that. And it's like when we teach someone, we're actually just planting seeds so they can then go on to experience or explore it themselves. So they're both real. But when you're asleep, you're actually very, very powerful, because there's no suppression of who we truly are. So yeah, he's just showing me you as in this huge, huge energetic body. So thanks, Jasper. So that's both real, and one, even asleep, you're more powerful, believe it or not. So we do work at night. Oh, we should get paid for two jobs, right? Okay. Let me just pop back up and see if there's any other questions that I've missed. Oh my God, okay. Sandy, I missed that one. Um, had a dream last night about eating the bottom of a red capsicum and a red black spider that turned clear and was chasing me. Are you serious? That's crazy. I love it. Okay, so the first things we'd do, I'd look at my personal archetype. So what's a red capsicum mean to you, Sandy? And what is a redback spider? So in Australia, we have these spiders and they're called redbacks. They don't usually kill people, but they have a nasty bite, and people can get quite sick from them. They've got an absolute red spot on their back. They're very hard to kill. Like people try. I don't use pesticides on any sort of animal. Doesn't care who it is, but people that use pesticides, these redbacks survive them. They'll hide under chairs and in little dark places, so you don't often see them. And there's a song in Australia, and it's like, there was a redback on my toilet seat when I was there last night. They're really well known for being found in nasty little places. So redback spider to me is something that's potentially dangerous, but it won't kill you. But you've got to be aware of it. So now, a spider also to me is something that's creative. And so we can create and manifest through spider energy. A red capsicum, the bottom of a red capsicum. Now, to me, red capsicums, if I was looking at my personal archetype, red capsicums are full of amazing minerals, and I'll get a craving for red capsicums. And even though I don't particularly like them, I'll get this absolute knowing I have to eat red capsicums in my salad. So the fact you're eating the bottom of it, it's almost like you're looking for minerals or something that's going to empower you through this red capsicum. And red is an action color. So if we looked up red in Betty Bethards, let's have a little look and see. This is a great way to do this so that you can actually all start looking it up. So we look up color. Red is energy. So as I said, it's an action color. So there might be something that you're ready to maybe start creating, but you're a little bit afraid of it because that redback spider can be a little bit scary. But it turned clear and it was chasing you. Yeah. So if it's turned clear, it means I've got a feeling that you're going to actually see things with more clarity, and you'll probably be able to turn around and face it and see what it is that you're actually meant to be doing. I can pull some cards for you on that one as well. So we've probably just got another 10 minutes or so. So if you've got any other dream messages, throw them in there quickly. All right. That's a fascinating dream. Sorry guys, this is my dream buddy. She's great. She's a weirdo. She has the best dreams ever. So let's have a little look. Okay. Oh, Zandy, the first card that's come up is the Hanged Man. So it's almost like you need to surrender to something within you, whether it's a fear. Let's have a look and see what the next card says to give us a little bit more clarity around what it is you're surrendering to. Wow, you've got the Nine of Cups. I love this card. This is all about your dreams and your desires and your wants. So it's almost like that little bit of fear that's stopping you actually getting what it is you want. So your dream is telling you that you're going to get more clarity around it, but you've got to turn around and face it. Oh, and the Chariots come up. So this to me is, it's magical, it's moving forward, there's ancient energy in here I'm picking up as well, because those sphinxes are really standing out down the front. And they're a little bit out of balance. So there's just something within you that needs to be balanced so that then you can actually move forward with what your actual desires are. So that Nine of Cups. So at the moment, just surrender, let go, let God, do a meditation around it, and work with the block. You know how to do that. So beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, so let's have a little look down here and see. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Okay, so the Andromedan's asking, anything? Oh, Trixie, I'll get Jasper to do a general share for us as well, Trixie. Thank you for that. Andromedan, where are we? What was the questions? Oh, anyone trying to contact me with my dreams. So if people are wondering if they're being contacted, whether it's a friend or someone we know or someone we don't know, or whether it's through our cosmic family, our soul group, what I would be doing is actually just checking in, having the intention before you go to sleep to connect in with your beautiful galactic or cosmic soul family, or with a friend. Ask if you can connect in with a friend if you think something's going on. So Andromedan, if you're asking that question, I would actually say yes, but I would be asking to have more clarity with it. Here we go. So I'm just pulling some cards for you. Beautiful. So the first one up is our Eight of Swords. Now look how this person's sort of in a little bit of a confined space, blindfolded, but all she has to do is to walk a few steps and she'll be away from that. So for me, this is, maybe you need to be a little bit more open before you go to sleep and ask, who is it that's trying to contact me? Because your second card that came up was the Hanged Man. So just surrender in to whatever comes through, okay? So don't sort of try and analyze it too much until you've had the experience, the dreams or whatever to go with it. And then you've got a beautiful card. It's the Ten of Pentacles. This is a very abundant card. So it can mean a lot of people would actually love to communicate with you in your dreams. Maybe be more open, as I said, just surrender a little bit more to being receptive to actually experiencing that. So I love it when the Ten of Pentacles comes up. So there you go. So, okay, so what else have we got? All right, so that looks like it's all the questions for now, which is great. I mean, there's so many more we could talk about in dreams. There's just like sleep paralysis. You know, sometimes this is an initiation, a sleep paralysis dream, and they can be really scary. But I find that I just bring up my white light. I just know I'm empowered enough to get out of it, but I experience it as well, so I learn from it. So, so let's just talk to Jasper. Let's have a little chat and see what Jasper's got to tell us about what's going on in the world, what's going on our global consciousness. What else, Jasper? Have you got a message for us? Or have you got an energy or something we can work with and to help us to raise our frequency? Okay, I'm just tuning in. Wow. Okay. So what he did was he's just opening up. It's almost like a door, but it's like a window. You know how you open up a double window, and the sun's shining through. And he's actually saying, use the sun because we're actually getting frequency from the great central sun coming through. I mean, everyone's probably noticed the sun has changed, right? It's not how it used to be. Tune into that. So I don't know if any of you guys have done any sunning before, and he's saying this is quite important. It's going to really help us to evolve our consciousness, our pineal, activate our pineal gland so that our clairvoyance and all of our psychic abilities can come through clearer and better. So how I sun is in the morning. They say within the first hour of sunrise, you can actually open eye, do sunning and gazing, and then the last hour before sunset. But during the middle of the day, it's suggested that if you're going to do sunning, you either close your eyes and do it that way, or you can put your hands with your fingers slightly open and do it that way. So what I do is if I'm doing open eyes, I look into the sun. I blink quite a bit as well, and then I allow the energy to come in. I usually see then when I close my eyes, you can do this for just start with a few 10 seconds, 15 seconds. Don't do it for like too long. Start just a little bit at a time. Then I allow that, and I see colors coming through. So you can often see beautiful violets, aquamarines, whatever. And I bring them through into my brain, into my pineal gland. I have the intention of it going through my whole being, anywhere that needs to be cleared or healed. And I have the intention of activating my pineal pituitary gland. And and so I do this every morning. So if I've forgotten and it's during the day, then what I do is I close my eyes and I gently just move my head like this. And you can do this for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Like I said, just start gently. And I let the sun come over my eyes. And I, again, bring through the color and the energy of the sun with the intention of it activating pineal gland, pituitary gland, my whole body, DNA, anything that needs to be released. So that's something you guys can do. It actually improves eyesight. So yeah, Jasper was saying, tune into that sun. It's definitely got a lot of frequency and energy for us. So there you go. That's Jasper's message for today. So all right, well, I think I'm going to finish it there for everyone. But guys, thank you so much for being on board. And if you liked this, I mean, I can do one a week, and we can find subjects and ask questions and have fun and play. So I might do another one next Friday. I'm not sure when Elisa's back, but I'm sure we'll be back on soon again together as well. But thank you so much for being here. Oh, the other thing Jess was just reminding me, if you're in a place where you don't get a lot of sun, like over winter or whatever, you can actually have the intention or imagine the sun coming through and connect it into the great central sun, because that's where our frequency comes from. Okay. So, all right, guys, thank you. I love you heaps. Jasper loves you. Have a fantastic weekend. And I will hopefully see you next week. If not with Elisa, I'll put another one on, and I'll put up some ideas of what you'd actually like to talk about. If you wanted to keep doing dreams, or we can do anything at all. So I'll see you then. Okay. Bye.